Video included.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Kitty. Kitty.
Now for a chip crunch.
Quality content right here.
Oh yeah.
We the best.
As
Master
always,
Calv1n
with the-
streams.
Master Calv1n stream.
Yep. We're all for quality here. Well, yeah, this is the whole game. Just saying. Really hope you guys like this music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear it. Let me turn it on.
I'm
This game-
jamming out while I eat my food.
This game has 2 music tracks, and they always goddamn play at the start of every level. Which makes it
I'm
very
gonna
annoying.
download. I'm gonna download the 10-hour version onto my phone.
There.
Same here.
So I can
I'm
listen
turning
to it
off
at
the
work.
music because holy
Oh,
god,
come
it's
on.
gonna die.
Aww.
Alright, you
Oh.
want me to turn on the music? Okay, I'll turn on the music for the duration of the first world. Until such time as you guys figure out that it's probably the most annoying bit. So, to give you guys some clarity, this is Gravity Duck. It's a story about a gravity duck. Figure it out.
Grammatically fuck. His name is Granny Fuck.
Granny GF.
No.
Alright, is everybody ready for this?
Like, we
You're
gotta
not ready
see
for
what his
this.
story is first.
There is
go,
like
let's do
there's
taking
3
you so
sentences of
long?
story. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Michael, you want to read first?
Sure. Hello there, my little minion. He looks like Arnold
Bring me
Schwarzenegger,
all
so...
the golden eggs and I will make you rich.
Now you have powers to control gravity. Oh. Do not fail
Don't
me.
follow me. Don't follow me.
And that's the story. I told you it was short. But yeah, you're a duck.
First, we have to...
Ducky Duckerson starts his adventure.
That's gotta be something.
No, his name is Pete.
Fucking Pete. Alright, his name's Pete. Pete the Duck. How you doing, Pete?
Hello, Pete.
Alright. Why did Pete go to the altar of Arnold Schwarzenegger? Now we gotta formulate a story around that.
Because
That's
Pete
his stepdad, actually.
wants to be the richest duck in the world.
No, the Schwarzenegger statue is his stepdad.
Maybe that's what his
We'll
true
go with
thing
that.
is. It's like, maybe this is the story of why we don't hear about Pete Schwarzenegger. It's because he went to his dad.
Schwarzenegger!
Pete Schwarzenegger! Pete Schwarzenegger!
It's Pete Schwarzenegger! Oh my
By the way, he can also fly.
god! Oh! How did he get these powers? We have to discuss what deal did he make with
He made a
what
deal with
powerful
Arnold
figure?
Schwarzenegger. What kind of deal do you think he made?
No, I think he. I don't. Do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger gave him his powers, or do you think it's just his dad?
Well, his name's
I don't know,
Schwarzenegger,
I'm
so I
thinking-
mean, I'm assuming
I'm
Arnold's his
thinking-
dad.
Brian, shoot a man.
He doesn't have powers like that.
Yeah.
There's the power.
Don't
to
worry,
clone
we'll
and make
shoehorn this into
plots
Brian Shooterman
crazy.
more at a later date. But for now, I'm gonna collect this golden egg and
We'll
blip
make a
out of existence.
crossover with Pete Schwarzenegger and Brian Shooterman, the crossover episode.
Woo! As Pete, in excitement, starts flipping all over the place, and also terrified because he doesn't know how to control his power.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say Pete's mouth is sealed shut, so he can never show emotion. That's what this quest is for. His quest is to to have more pixels on the screen so he can finally show emotion.
Is that why he's collecting these golden eggs? Because he needs to buy each pixel individually.
He needs to buy every individual pixel on the screen in order to achieve his dream.
You ready for this? And so explain what these things are. Like, what do these things do? These fancy wells.
The spirits of his dead children.
Why are they here? Did he send his children to try and find the eggs, and then they all failed, and then that's why they're here now?
Schwarzenegger cursed them.
No, those are just the eggs
forever
that
be in
didn't
this
hatch.
world.
Those are the eggs that didn't hatch. These are the spirits.
I like to
This
find it
is-
funnier that he sent his children out, and then each one of these is like one of his children that failed on their quest. And I like to think it funny that one of their children failed here because they couldn't turn.
He just kept jumping on the side for the rest of
No,
his
all
life.
he could do was just this. He couldn't actually pick it up
Yeah,
because he can't
he
pick it up
couldn't.
in mid-flight. Alright.
He got head trauma because he couldn't turn correctly. He just fell on his head. Oh, you just made
He
another
died.
spirit.
Yep.
Oh, you made another spirit. Good job. Oh, third spirit. No, you're filling the forest full of spirit.
No, not Pete, stop!
Pete, no! Pete Schwarzenegger.
No, Pete,
No!
no!
Wait a minute. No, each one is his son. That's what this is.
We're on like Pete number
This
9
is
over
Pete
here.
Junior Schwarzenegger.
Pete Jr. to the 9th. Schwarzenegger.
Junior to the 9th Schwarzenegger.
Alright, let's
And
make
every
number
time
10.
he dies, he makes it. Oh
Pete
no! That's why he grows out of the ground. That's like because it's the culmination of his past lives, just slowly morphing together.
Alright, Pete 10. Look at this. Yeah, this is definitely where their children failed. One guy got
Yep.
up here, failed that way. One guy got here, failed that way. And their souls worked together to send us correctly. Ugh.
Now we're on Pete the 12th.
We're on Pete whatever the fuck at this point. Oh
Well,
dear.
actually, we're way past that because we said all the turny things are past Pete's. Children's of Pete's as well. So that means this is like Pete the millionth, depending on how many spirits are already here.
Pete and the one
Spirits
and the
that-
millionth.
The Schwarzenegger stepdad killed. For
Oh god.
sustenance. That's why he married Pete's mom, because he knew Pete had regenerative powers. So he could just eat forever.
Is that how Arnold Schwarzenegger got so buff? Is that why he could still be a Terminator after all these years? He just eats his duckling children?
He just eats his
Maybe that's why Pete's
duckling
Pete's
children.
being sent on this quest. He made a deal with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Arnold Schwarzenegger knows that all he needs is the golden eggs for the pixels and whatnot. But what Arnold really needs them for is because that's his dinner. The eggs are his dinner. That's how he gets so strong.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Arnold's
He's
playing
being
Pete.
tricked! Pete doesn't know! We can't talk to Pete through the screen!
Pete can't speak back anyways. Pete doesn't understand. He's just got a
doesn't
blank
have
stare.
ears. He doesn't have ears!
He doesn't have ears.
The only way he heard the quest was because he read Arnold Schwarzenegger's lips.
What lips? I thought the statue was fucking frozen.
You know, the lips. You know, the famous Arnold Schwarzenegger lips.
Because they're absolutely.
No, he heard the voice in his head. That's what it is. He heard the voice in his head.
But Pete is autistic
Oh no.
because he got dropped on the ground by.
Yeah, that's how he
By
got hatched.
Arnold.
The egg dropped. The egg dropped on the ground. That's also somehow how he got his powers.
By the way, you guys like the
Because
music
he
at this
hatched
point?
by
You like
being
the fact
dropped
that
on
the
the
music
ground.
changes every single time I die?
I have not
And
listened
And it's
to
the same
music at
2
all.
tracks.
Wait, let me turn it on.
I love it.
That's awesome. I feel like I'm playing not a Nitrum game. They're good at music. I feel like I'm playing something on Cool Math games.
I remember I played this when it was first up on Newgrounds back in the day. Because this did start
This
out
was
as a
on
Flash
Newgrounds?
game. And then they
I
just said,
am
hey, you know
not
what? Let's put
surprised.
this sucker on console. Tell everyone the tale of Pete Schwarzenegger.
Was it? Did it cost money?
Yes.
That was Arnold's true plan. Was to sell this on console so you can get the money.
Get the money. To
That's why
buy
he
it.
sent. That's the reason he sent him on this quest was so he could get money.
We'll get
For
these
his-
I'll be right
golden
back,
eggs so we
boys.
can put this up
For his son's
for $4.99 on Xbox.
Boys, I'll be right back.
All right.
Also,
All right. What's the story?
he
of
had
the
to
plants?
cut costs,
Why are the
so he
plants
just
here?
took the pea shooters from Plants vs. Zombies and put them in the game.
Yeah. Okay. You just took the assets from the game. Okay, that doesn't kill you apparently. Just
It only kills you
standing
when
on
it
them.
when it shoots you.
That's good game. 10 out of 10. Does Pete know
FYI,
he's in a game? Is Pete aware?
I feel like eventually one of the sons of Pete, the Pete Juniors, I feel like they would eventually realize that they're in a video game. My goodness. Yeah, I'm turning the
Why
music
does
off
everything
after
have
I
to
clear
kill
this world.
Pete?
I'm turning the music off
Yeah, do
because,
that.
dear God, I'm
what-
going to.
Why does everything want to kill Pete? What affront has Pete committed? No, it wasn't Pete that committed the affront. It was Arnold. They want to get revenge on Arnold,
They want to get revenge on Arnold
ruining
by
all of
killing
their
his
lives.
tons of sons. But unfortunately, they couldn't underestimate the power of Flash games and the Xbox Live Marketplace and people like me with way too much money. So, we journey to the place in droves.
Oh man, that one's named Carl. He's
Carl?
here because Arnold killed his wife. That one's
Is that why he
Steve
shoots his tears at you?
and other Steve. Yes.
He shoots his tears at you because he lost his wife. And he's
These
still
are
sad
all
about it.
widowed husbands. I don't know what a wifeless husband is called, so I'm gonna say a widowed husband.
I don't know either.
Is there a word? Is it just a wifeless man? Is that what it is?
Gosh, I don't know. Why are you asking me?
Is Arnold a husband widow?
What?
Is that why he's doing all this? Because Pete's mom died and he's upset.
Pete's
Which is why he
mom
takes out
died,
his
but
aggression on
because of the
Pete.
shit in her will, he paid way too much money for it, so now he has to recoup on lost assets. Or maybe that's his cover
How did
front.
Pete's-
That's his cover for this. Is that Pete's mom, who was a duck, of course, because why in the hell would Pete be a duck if his mom wasn't a duck? Pete's mom,
Yes.
in her will, wanted a bunch of eggs for her funeral. And so that's his
Oh,
cover
so these
for
are
this,
the eggs?
is that Arnold's using that whole little story as a cover so that when the duck police come in, they can't arrest him because technically he's just following his dead wife's will of collecting the eggs.
Oh. How did the duck mom die? Was it under mysterious circumstances or did she like choke on a piece of bread or something?
Choked in a piece. Warning, Master Calv1n does not
Condone choking on bread? Is that some sort of affront to nature? Bread? In this world, yes. It's illegal to eat bread in this world. That's why she killed herself.
She was tired of
Couldn't
eating
eat
that
bread.
She was tired of eating that stupid duck feed. She wanted real bread, and this world didn't have it.
Pete, listen to me very closely. That's terrible.
That's supposed to be Arnold.
When did
No,
Arnold become
it was
Russian?
Reznov.
Was that his uncle?
Okay, I'm
Gerald?
off the music. Jesus Christ, help me.
Oh, come on!
His uncle Gerald is trying to adopt him because he knows Arnold Schwarzenegger statue is an abusive stepdad. That's what all the enemies are! They're people trying to find Pete for Gerald, but Pete misunderstands.
Well, now it's super quiet and I hate it.
Oh, of course! Pete
Just
doesn't
don't
have
have the
ears! He
volume.
can't hear them yelling at him.
Yeah!
Oh, okay. Now we're getting immersed.
Now we're getting immersed. Now we're Pete. We can't hear anything.
Now we are Pete. That's the
We
curse
are
of
Well,
Pete.
now all we can do is go.
Vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. Oh, vroom.
You suck.
Yeah, so every time he touches one of the people, that's just them teleporting him to Gerald.
That's a failed
Oh
timeline.
my god.
And then we get reset to another place.
What about
we
the
can
spikes,
try.
though?
That's just him dying and
Yeah,
his
it's just-
new body coming to life.
That's just him of old age.
That's him dying of old age. It's just a coincidence. Just as he touches the spike.
He dies at about the same time he hits the spikes, no biggie.
Yeah, Pete's have an extremely short lifespan.
Why do you think there's so many of them? They just lose time.
What's
like-
the lifespan
They're
of
like
ducks?
mayflies. Well, it can range from anywhere to 1 second to maybe 3 minutes.
Well, that one lasted about 7.
Typically, it's less than a minute, though.
Oh, come on.
So what do we have so far? Arnold Schwarzenegger has sent him on the quest to get golden eggs so that he can make a game on Xbox Live, the Xbox Live store, under the cover that it's golden eggs for his wife's wedding, who killed herself because she couldn't get bread in this world. And the various enemies are actually people hired by Gerald, his uncle, to save Pete from his abusive life with Statue Arnold. But Pete can't hear them because he can't talk nor hear. Is that what we're getting so far?
That's what we got so
Yes.
far.
Oh, and he has strange, weird, regenerative capabilities that are technically his son, but also not at the same time.
Yes. Every time he dies, it not only transports his soul into one of his sons, but it's a son from an alternate dimension who somehow made it slightly farther than he did.
That is somehow slightly smarter. And
Wha-
that's how they realize they're eventually in a video game. Because they're
Yes.
slightly
Oh
smarter,
my
each one.
God.
They're all learning.
It all
Except, of
makes
course,
sense
since
now.
they can't speak, because even when they're dead and inside his head, they can't speak.
Yep.
They kind of just do this.
Does each consciousness build on each other? Are there just a million Pete's screaming in the same head right now?
Maybe.
Unable to speak?
So you're
Pete
telling
must
me that...
constantly.
Oh, shit, I can't remember what level I was on. That's gonna be interesting. I'm turning the music back on.
Thank you. Jesus Christ, it was getting way too quiet.
Yeah. Why is there even a sound effects button? There was no sound effects. I don't remember what level I was on, so I'm just gonna go to 10 and try from there. Nope.
It was after this.
Is that it?
Yeah,
No,
that was
after
it.
this.
Oh, hey, the sounds are back on.
Oh, there were sounds before? Wait, let me turn on my... Oh my god, Pete got his hearing back.
Steve is going...
There's only like one set of sounds right now. Like there should be two. Hang on. I'm fiddling around with this. Give me a minute.
Are you just gonna...
There. Just the sound effects. Now that they should be working.
They're not, though.
Yeah!
Oh, they are.
Here we go.
So does this mean Pete has his hearing back, or is this just what he's imagining?
No,
sound
these are
is?
just all the voices inside Pete's head. Just
They're all screaming at the same time every
wait,
time
hang on.
something happens.
Wait a minute. Shit.
Wait, okay,
I
I'm
have an
turning
idea. I have a very good idea. Actually, it's not a good idea, but shit.
Murdering Pete several times. Poor Pete.
No, this is not my thing. Hang on. Here we go.
No!
These are the voices in Pete's head.
Sending every previous death, they still feel the pain as soon as they die. It's just eternal pain for every single one except for the new one.
All right, everybody, guess what song I'm trying to play?
I have no clue.
Druid
Alright.
Sandstorm?
No, I'll try it again.
Fuck, God damn it. What is it?
How
I
about
have no
this?
clue.
I'll introduce it with another random sound effect.
Oh my god, I know what it is!
What? Oh my god, you motherfucker. All you went is, You should've went,
Random trumpet. Okay, now we gotta work Sans into our lore.
How?
Sans
Sam's
just
just
lost some.
watching. He's the one playing the music over and over again. He's just getting real frustrated every time Pete dies. He's like, start again.
Just every single time Pete dies, the music starts up and it's a different track. Even Sans is tired that there's only 2 tracks. Ow. Oh.
Nice.
Bang. Yeah, you wouldn't.
This man is
Oh
dead.
dear. Boop, boop. Hey.
How hard does this game get?
I like to
Difficult.
imagine.
Pretty difficult, actually. Ow.
I like to. I like to imagine because Pete can't talk every time he like makes a jump. He just yells Pete, but it's just muffled by his beak. She's like, Pete! Pete!
Maybe that is the actual sound effect. Just
Thousands of Pete saying Pete at the same time.
Pete.
Oh my god, Pete, calm down.
Pete will never calm
Why your
down.
mother killed herself.
Oh dear Pete. Dearest
Is
Pete.
Pete sad or happy? What emotions does Pete feel?
He's hungry.
He's hungry? That's his emotion. He's just hungry.
for bread.
Throughout the game, he's starting to have a crisis as to whether or not to actually buy his pixels or just eat the eggs. That's why we're in the mountains now, is because, like, he had to take a journey to decide as he moves along.
This
he
is
can't
his...
figure it out. Oh, god damn it. Whoop.
Calvin, you a bitch.
Watch out.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Pete.
What are,
Oh,
what
hi,
are Pete's
Pete.
aspirations in life? What does Pete wish to be?
Pete wishes to be
A bread.
a piece of
Movie
bread
director.
so that his mother may find him one day.
And when he goes to heaven.
Yeah. Mother's
But
gonna
the
be
thing
searching
is,
for bread.
there's multiple spirits in there. So when he goes to heaven, there's just gonna be billions of Pete's.
It's just gonna be a loaf of bread just internally screaming at itself saying, bread!
Bread. I am bread. I am toast.
This is secretly a prequel to I Am Bread.
Yep. No one knew. We
That's why the
figured it
bread
out.
can't
We've
move
cracked the
properly.
code.
That's why the bread can't move properly, is because all Pete knew how to do was just go up. That's it. That's all he knew how to do.
Oh my god.
All he's known. Also, he's only lived on a 2D plane his entire life. He does not understand the concept of a third dimension.
Well, yeah, well, why do you think he can't move as the bread? He can't. He has to move like one thing at a time.
Makes
How do
so
we not
much
see it?
sense.
Do you think Pete will ever know peace?
I mean, he knows
Pete?
Pete.
Pete?
He knows Pete's.
He knows Pete.
Pete? Pete? Pete?
What are Pete's flaws? Like, what flaws him as a person?
Are we building Pete a D&D character?
How did you know?
I recognize these questions. What are Pete's
Fuck.
flaws?
Pete into the Borderlands campaign.
No, you have to put him in the campaign, but not make any sort of like a big mention about it. Like, just say an offhand comment as we enter an area. And it's like, there is
The
a duck
gun
in
of
this area named Pete. And it's just, that's it.
The gun of Pete. Every time you throw a grenade, a new one spawns.
Pete.
Something like that.
I be vibing.
Mm.
Look at this.
Pete be vibing.
What are
Sounds like a-
Pete's ideals?
Pete's ideals is Pete.
Bread.
Pete. Pete.
Pete.
Pete.
Pete. Pete
Pete.
is number one.
Pete. Pete.
Pete.
Pete.
Pete.
Pizza.
Pete. Can't forget Pete.
Pete. Pete. Pete.
Pete pizza.
And
Pete.
And Pete.
Don't forget Pete.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
and get
also
groceries.
Pete. Pete's on there too.
Wait, did you mention Pete?
Oh shit! I forgot
Fuck
about
Pete.
Pete.
We forgot about Pete. We left
no,
Pete at home.
damn it! We forgot about
Fuck.
Pete.
God damn it, guys, we went over this.
I like to imagine there's a bunch of Pete's on a plane, and it's just the Home Alone scream. Like, you know, when she screams, Kevin! She's, Pete!
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 God.
And also the one next to him goes, what?
God.
But except they can't talk, so it's, Ah!
You can give me. I feel like at
right
this point,
before he dies.
at this
That was a
point, Pete's in
cocky
like
Pete.
that weird place where he needs people's opinions on whether or not he should buy his pixels or eat the eggs, and so now he's just trying to ask anyone a question, but they won't listen to him. It's like
Because he can't talk.
Yeah.
1985.
People are just frustrated with him.
Mm.
They're like, God damn it, Pete, make a decision. And he's like, I just want help.
It's like
Right
I just want
before
lunch.
Pete dies, he has
I just want
millisecond.
lunch.
Like right before Pete dies, he has a millisecond to talk.
What does he
He
say?
enters the Pete plane.
Oh no, maybe this
It's
is
an
where the
entire
story loops with our other story.
dimension.
The one thing he says after he dies is, Brian.
Oh no! Did Brian do this to him? Was this the doing of Dr. You?
Arnold Schwarzenegger is secretly Brian.
Oh my god! No!
He always knew.
It's coming together! Arnold Schwarzenegger is Brian.
Holy
Brian
shit.
is his stepfather.
Plot twist. His name isn't Pete. It's Brian.
Oh no. It's no!
Oh!
The circle continues!
I love that we waited till like Act 3 to dump this all on people. And it's like, we never mentioned it in the trailers.
We'll
We never
never
mentioned it in the
escape
commercials. It's just surprise. This is a
Yeah, that's a good
continuation of
twist.
Brian Shoot 'em Man.
Oh no.
This is Brian in alternate reality.
Alternate reality, Brian?
So,
Oh no.
I like that Brian Shoot 'em
It's
Man
gonna
is
be
essentially
like-
our version of a goddamn Cloverfield. Like, that's all it is.
What's Cloverfield?
It's Cloverfield? You never heard about Cloverfield?
Nope.
Cloverfield was the story of where one day there was a guy named Pete who
Oh.
was at a party with a bunch of people, all right, including his girlfriend who he was having some problems with, and then all of a sudden,
Oh,
giant ass
no.
fucking monster
Was his
attacks.
girlfriend Brian?
Yeah, well, his girlfriend was named Brian. It was slightly unrelated.
Slightly unrelated.
Slightly unrelated. But yeah, there's a giant monster that attacks New York City. Monster's name is Brian, by the way.
Mecha Shack?
No, it's you know what? It's fine. It's fucking Mecha Shack.
It's Mecha Shack.
Fine. We're gonna make Mecha Shack part of this now. But yeah, Mecha Shack attacked New Orleans. Fuck it, it's New Orleans now.
New Orleans?
Yeah, it's New Orleans now.
Yo,
He attacked New
Popeye's
Orleans,
chicken
and then
sandwich is back.
what is it? But yeah, Mecha Shack attacked. Pete and Brian, like tried to escape, but they fell because the military couldn't do shit. Because the military was named of all people named Brian, and it was super confusing, and no one could get anything done. But yeah, and then
So
people
Pete
found
vowed
out.
to never be a Brian again
Yes.
because of what happened.
Yep. Pete vowed never to be a Brian. Because, plot twist, Brian survived Mecha Shack's attack and left Pete for dead.
Oh no.
Pete was so left for dead that he was visited by a magic person who turned him into a duck to save him.
So when he woke from the egg, all that he saw was his mother and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Who do you think funded the operation?
Holy shit.
His mother
It all
was
makes
a magic
sense.
duck.
His mother was a magic duck. And how come she couldn't conjure bread? Was that her one thing that she couldn't do?
That was
Her
her
one
one
curse.
fallacy. Also, Arnold quietly stole that ability from her.
Oh my god.
Actually, no,
Is that
wait.
why Brian is collecting the eggs? He's gonna
No,
trade
wait.
the eggs for bread.
No, wait. Arnold, who was Brian, by the way. Arnold was infatuated by Pete's
Wait, girlfriend
mother.
Brian or Brian Schooneman?
No, Arnold.
No,
Whatever Brian
Brian,
suits-
he's also Brian
suits-
Schooneman.
whatever Brian suits the thing.
Okay,
Maybe
it was
one
one of the
girlfriend
clone
Brian, I don't
Brians.
know, but
I'm gonna say
Arnold was
clone
so
Brian.
infatuated by the
The bread
Brian's-
ability?
No, like the duck Brian. Pete. Pete's mother. Fuck.
Pete?
Pete's
Pete's
mother, the
duck
duck.
mom,
Arnold
magic
was so
mother.
infatuated by her that he used his power as governor of California back when this happened to outlaw all bread and just get rid of it all. But he kept his own bread stash. But it got to the point where he was running out of bread, and since there was a ban on bread, nobody was baking any more bread. And so now his mother decided to kill herself when she found out that he was the one who originally outlawed bread.
Oh my god.
Does Pete feel love?
Pete feels
No.
Pete, man.
He feels
Exactly.
Pete and only Pete.
Pete feels Pete, man. I feel like that could be on a shirt. Just Pete feels Pete.
I just imagine a single tear.
A single tear
Pete
from
feels
Pete's dead eyes. Just-
I feel Pete today.
Fuck.
Oh, Pete can never die. That's why he's so sad. He can never die.
Oh my
No matter
god.
how many times he tries.
Pete can never become the bread. Pete
He can never become bread for his mom.
No! I Am Bread is the one timeline where Pete successfully became bread. That's why it's such a sad story. That's why whenever the bread gets, like, in the water, it fails. Because,
Also, what tries to kill itself by becoming toast.
I know.
Oh no.
My god.
Fuck.
This is a great story. It's a really great story.
It's just as convoluted as every Brian Schooneman story we've made.
Dun,
Well, yeah,
dun,
why do you
dun,
think it
dun,
was
dun,
just-
dun.
It was just like a fucking ghost prequel to Brian Schooneman. A soft
Dun
reboot.
dun 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 dun.
Was the duck Brian Schooneman's original spirit animal?
Maybe.
That's why he became a duck in that one timeline.
Maybe.
Michael, you're onto something.
I know.
Did he anger the spirit of a duck god, which is why he met a duck mother? Magic mother, mom duck? That was the name of the mom, by the way. Magic mother, mom duck.
MMD.
Even before she was a
Magic
mom, that's
mother,
just what her
mom
name
duck.
was.
Magic. What
And
was it?
surprise, she was also
Maybe she
Brian
was a mother
Schooneman.
before. And that's why maybe she was a mother before and she had a lot of children but they never hatched. They never hatched because their eggs were made of solid gold. Plot twist.
Oh my god.
Pete's
These are
secretly
his
saving
mom's eggs.
his weird like brothers and sisters that never hatched. He's saving them. He just doesn't know it yet.
But what does Arnold want them for?
Fucking what did Arnold want them for?
He was gonna eat them originally.
And then he was gonna
For
sell
his
them off.
young
Then he was gonna
power.
sell them so he could make a $5 game on Xbox Live.
Yes.
Is that still what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Brian's plan was to make a $5 game on Xbox Live. He failed, and that's why we got his off-brand Crypt of the Serpent King. Dun dun dun.
Oh my god. It was all Arnold's doing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was made by Brian Shootaman.
Yeah.
He knew we'd discover him.
I
He
know.
knew we'd find the secret.
Brian knew this day
The
would
secret
come.
meaning. He's coming for us, the true God.
Okay, this level
This is
fucking sucks.
this just describes one of the scriptures of Brian Shootaman. This is one of the scriptures. The story of Pete.
The tale of Pete. Fuck!
Each level is just a different chapter of the
Fuck!
scripture.
Pete's trying to escape. We can hear him. Can you hear him, alien? You're speaking his name. And now we come to the fourth leg of Brian's journey. He's back home. In his magical steampunk land of whatever the fuck
Oh
nonsense.
my God.
Pete cloning.
Sure.
Oh my god, that's what they all are! They stole the cloning technology from Brian Shootaman and applied it to Pete when they changed him.
But Pete
Holy
used it so
shit.
much that he doesn't know it's affecting him the same way as Brian. Also linking the two universes.
Oh no. Oh no.
But what about the bread?
The bread's just a figment of an imagination.
It's another
BioShock
timeline,
Infinite.
it's a dream.
Yeah, it's just a BioShock Infinite clause. That's all it is. By the way, you may notice
This is one of the Brian Shootaman timelines.
Yep, the timeline is so
Are those
frayed, by the way,
spikes?
that
No,
there's
they're
just invisible teleporters.
What?
Yes. This is Brian finally breaking through his timeline. He sees that every once in a while his timeline just stops. So, he's deciding to break the rules a bit.
Is that what pause screens are?
No.
Him breaking the rules?
No.
Are those roaches supposed to be spikes?
Yes. But Pete's breaking the rules. Pete sees that his world ends right here, and he's just like, no. This is not where I
do
die.
not understand the mechanics, I've got to be honest. Like, actually from a game standpoint, what the fuck are you
I
doing?
think there's supposed to
I
be
don't
teleporters
understand.
in those places, but there's just nothing.
Huh.
We're just gonna say it's Pete trying to
Just
break
like
his way out
Arnold
of his
to
own
release-
timeline. This is the true ending.
Okay. This is the true ending of Pete.
Pete's breaking out. This is the I am bread ending. Where Pete finally
How many
becomes
levels
bread.
do we still have?
Is he
This
gonna
is the last
sacrifice
world.
himself for his...
This is like the last world, by the way.
Pete
I think
now
the last
knows
world has
what
like
he
30
must
levels in
do.
it. Fuck you.
Watch the ending just trip up all of us. Like something's gonna happen, it's just gonna like... We're gonna be like, how are we gonna put this into the canon?
I don't know.
We need to write a Pete comic book series.
A Pete comic series. I mean, I'll read it.
Pete the Duck of Mystery.
Put the music back on for the final world.
This is the final world.
I know, so put the music back on.
Alright, fine, I'll put it. Fuck! Fine, I'll put it back on. Give me a moment. This does require some epic music.
Lay epic music.
I forget what level we were on. It's not this one.
Past this.
Not this one.
Past this.
Not this one. We're very close though.
I think it was the one after.
Bang, done.
Yeah. You did it.
Pete's breaking the timeline. Pete screwed with the cloning process so much that he can't erase time. So now he's erasing himself.
Oh no.
That sounds
To
like
fix.
That sounds like one of those.
He's
random
trying to
ones.
fix his mistakes. This is him repenting for his mistakes.
That was
both
nice
towards
timing.
his deck mom.
Pete's like, you know what? I could go down there, but down here is just my end. He says, screw that. I make my own path. Where the fuck did he go?
He died.
Oh, he went down there.
Oh! There's apparently a block there that just insta death.
Hang on, let's wait for the insta block of death to move away from Pete's.
The game design.
I have a feeling that teleporters are supposed to be placed in certain areas, but they just aren't. Good enough. Oh. Alright, Pete, we're going here now.
There's one!
Alright, Pete, we're over here.
Brian's
I hope-
breaking the timeline.
I hope the last few levels just don't have teleporters in them or else you're fucked.
Oh, there we go.
Like, watch. Okay. Watch the last level just be all about teleporters and you just can't find any.
Oh, I have
That's
played,
Brian. That's his
I
curse.
have played this far. I have actually completed this game. Some of the ending levels are going to get really fucking weird.
Oh, great. How many levels do we have left?
Not that many. We have like 15.
Yeah.
Pete's close to breaking the simulation finally. He's finally close to being
This is a
free.
simulation?
Yes. To finally have more
When did we
pixels to
establish
talk.
that? Oh no. He does exist in 3 dimensions. This is just
Plot twist. This was a simulation that Brian created to see if he could successfully infiltrate the life of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my god.
Of course he failed, but
Is this a Brian situation or a Dr. You? Because we know he's a spy. He would be the one that wanted
maybe
to...
Brian brought up the
infiltrate.
random idea during like a breakfast or something. And Dr. Yu's like, I wonder if that would work. And so he just decided to make this simulation. He's like, would this work?
How are you
He's like,
supposed to do that? Oh, you're just supposed to go...
Yeah. This is where shit
Pull
gets
down
weird.
really fast.
There you go.
That was a very easy level compared to the last one. Oh,
Yeah, again, it's gonna get super confusing here in a minute.
oh, great, a dog. I gotta move my gun so it doesn't do
Oh, there's a dog there apparently. That dog is hiding.
Oh,
Damn, that dog is good.
he's also getting shot at by the robot tears.
Holy shit. It's a good dog. Good boy.
Oh yeah, this is where it starts to get complete and utter fucktastic.
Oh no! Are there just teleporters everywhere?
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah, by the way, the egg's
Oh,
behind
he
that
closed that
thing on the right. Shit. Fuck.
You can do it.
Damn it. Fuck.
That's such a tight...
God damn it. There we go. Pete did it.
Yeah!
Wait, that was an egg?
Yes.
What?
Michael doesn't know what's
Simulation
going on.
is getting real glitched.
Yeah. Simulation is breaking before our very eyes. But Pete will escape.
There's actually... There's a
Maybe,
really
maybe that's a
funny,
plot twist for Brian in the future. Dr. Yu doesn't know that his simulation has become self-aware. And Pete escapes.
Oh no. Into the real world?
Sure.
Something. Probably one of those blocks killed you. Yep.
Oh my god. The perfect plot twist. Dr. Yu doesn't know that Pete escapes, but Pete escapes. Remember when we said that Brian had 7 children? Brian's
no.
wife. His ex-wife Karen.
Dr. Yu.
Dr. Yu. A pirate, Leonardo DiCaprio. We never found the 7th. Guess who's the 7th?
We didn't? Is
Pete!
it Pete?
The 7th is Pete!
I thought the 7th was just Brian shooting it. Oh well.
No, we already had a Brian. Brian was the first one.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense now.
It really doesn't. That's the whole point. It never makes sense. The way this game is laid out, part of me wonders, are the teleporters actually meant to be seen?
I believe so, yes.
Like the way like you have to like look around for them?
You got this, Calvin.
Fuck.
Fucking youngs!
God damn it.
Making Pete's life harder.
Yep.
I like that we just had to put this into life
Pete
of Brian shooting
Man.
He
Oh,
was
it's
never
Pete
Pete
Schwar-
Schwarzenegger.
Sure, man.
He was Pete Shooterman.
Oh,
Bam.
Nice.
Fucking drop the mic there, Sonny Jim.
I see your Schwartz is bigger than mine.
He just flies off into the stratosphere.
Pete always wanted to fly.
He just flies back to the moon.
That's where he was born.
Yes.
Wait, how are we gonna put that in the story?
Because he came out of an egg, remember? Magically? From
Yeah,
the
came out of a magic egg.
Duck mom.
Yeah, his duck mom who lives on the moon.
Though Arnold lived on the Earth, so that
This
just
is
made
an
the magic
alternate
really hard.
timeline where Arnold made so much money as a governor, he moved to the moon.
Wait, Arnold's a governor?
Is this the moon?
Arnold used to be a governor.
No, wait, no. In real life?
Really?
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mostly because...
After his acting. Well, not after his acting career, 'cause he's still acting, but like...
Yeah.
Remember
He wasn't-
when he got kicked in the back by that one kid? And it was
I
like
don't.
nothing to them? Or to him?
By the way, I think this is meant to be a teleporter. This
The
thing
one
right there.
teleporter that was.
Yeah.
No
I think
one
that's
so.
supposed to be the one.
teleporter.
Shit. But no, there's a weird story behind how Arnold became a governor. I think it was because the current governor of California like left for some reason, or like was booted out of office, and then for some reason everyone figured out that we could just vote in whoever we wanted. And there was like a big election on
Yeah,
it. Like
'cause it wasn't
apparently like
Clinton.
Gary Coleman was a surprisingly
My
popular
Pete.
choice. Like Gary Coleman was a surprisingly popular choice. There were a few porn stars that were
Oh,
a
there's
popular
a thing
choice,
behind the pipe.
but because of like I think this was around like 2003 or something.
Because of Brian Shooterman.
Well, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger was in a movie right then, so everyone was like, you know what? Let's just make the fucking Terminator our governor, and then that's how Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor.
I think he was actually like competent, wasn't he?
Yeah, he I don't think he originally was expecting to take the office, but after he took the office, he took it real seriously. Which, I mean, good for him.
Can't have to.
How the fuck do I... Where do I even go?
That way?
Pete,
You just go.
we need to know. Shit!
Oh, you have to get down there just to turn the...
Yeah. He has to get down there just to turn. Oh shit. I'm going back. God fucking damn it, Pete. There we go.
Nice.
Your journey is almost over.
I think we're near the end. Yeah.
We have to be.
We're almost bread. We're almost... You've almost escaped
Almost
and become bread.
We're almost bread. Almost bread. Bready
that
bread. Bread, bread, bread.
You ever eat,
We're
like,
almost
just bread?
Bready, 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 bread, bread.
Oh, this I remember this level. This level is fucking insane. You ready for this? Whoop.
What?
Bready, 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 bready,
Teleporter
bready, 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 bread.
You have to figure that out yourself.
Bread.
Yeah.
Bread.
You gotta figure out a lot of this level yourself.
Bread.
Where did you go?
I went to the left. You'll see me next time.
Bready,
There we go.
bread.
Oh, okay.
The bread. Does he have a
I keep thinking
nose?
it's the last level.
Quick question.
No, he has his bill.
He just has a bill. He doesn't have a
nostrils.
nose. I was thinking he could
No, there's
smell
no
the bread,
nostrils,
but no.
He just
He
knows.
senses it with his Pete sense.
Exactly.
Oh, oh.
Oh.
Think.
Nice.
Think.
Nice.
The last level? Nope.
Look at how many other Pete's died here.
Rest in peace.
The previous simulation.
So many Pete's. So many simulations. Fuck you.
Aw.
Oh, by the way, Alien, I beat Outer Worlds.
Really?
Yeah. Like I
Were you playing
the
it
whole
all
game
day?
and got the ending. Yeah.
Was it good?
Like you can't get to like 4 of the planets, so I guess they're coming out in DLC.
We did it!
I died first.
turn with my eyes.
Wow.
It is your reward.
It's just a chest full of other golden eggs.
He's like, but the bread. He's just like silently screaming that he can never get bread.
But the bread.
I'll be gone heaven on but somebody. Oh,
We
no.
were right.
We were right in the
Right.
first place. The eggs were for him to eat. No, we've been tricked. We were tricked.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
No.
And that's Gravity Duck.
Beautiful.
That was a nice
Legend
little
of
stream.
Pete.
Yep. This cost me $5.
Pete Schwarzenegger, shoot a man.
This legit cost me $5, by the way. I'm not kidding.
I'd
$5.
say $5.
I could play this online for free, but I bought it for $5. Do I regret it? A little bit.
No.
You not only that, the game is unfinished.
Yeah.
You don't even.
There's
see the
one teleporter out of like the 1,700 that there's supposed to be. And Alien's
Oh,
gone.
Alien left. Whoops.
Alien may have accidentally turned off his Xbox, but I'd say that's it.
Yeah, I'm done. Stick a fork in me.
Well, I'd say that was pretty good. We made our successful spinoff, Pete Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Connected him to the Brian Shooterman series.
Yep.
I'm going to go to bed now.
All right.
Yeah, I need to go to bed too.
Good
Alright,
night.